Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Today we are actually going to be doing a recap of the most recent Jordan summer preview. Now if you guys missed that on the Sneakers app over the last couple of days, don't worry, we've got you covered. We're going to be taking a look at each and every shoe that's been announced for this summer and give you guys a little bit of an insight into how I'm feeling about it. Now before we dive into that, just like I always do, I want to welcome back all of my returning subscribers. If you're new around here and you haven't done so already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video just like this. Now, if you do enjoy the video, a big thumbs up definitely goes a long way in getting this video out to more and more people. And if you do want to reach out to me for any reason, you can find me most active on Instagram under ACS Sneakers. And now all of that's taken care of, sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and dive straight into this video. So before we actually dive into the video itself, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background for anyone who might have missed it. Now on Sneakers app, periodically every season they do tend to drop a preview of the next few months worth of Jordan releases. Now this doesn't include any collaborations or any hype releases. Don't get me wrong, there are some fire releases coming over the summer. However, a lot of them are not like your Union collabs, your Travis Scotts, your Off-White, all those kind of things. If that's what you were looking for, unfortunately we don't have that in this particular video. This video is talking about all of the releases that are going to be releasing from April up to June. Now I will give you guys my complete unbiased opinion on these shoes, let you know how I'm feeling about them, and I wouldn't give them a rating just yet because, you know, a lot of the preliminary images that we are getting aren't the best, and even though we saw them on the Sneakers Live, we only saw them for a brief period, so I'm not going to give any ratings or anything like that. Just my unfiltered, unbiased opinion. You can make up for yourself how you feel about it. But with that said, let's go ahead and dive straight into it. So to kick us off, we actually have a shoe that I missed on the Sneakers Live, to be completely honest. I'm really glad that they did a recap at the end because I actually missed the first 5 or 6 minutes. But the very first shoe that was actually shown was the Air Jordan 13 in the navy and uni blue colorway. Now this is scheduled to be releasing in April. No specific dates were provided for any of these shoes. I'll just tell you the month that was actually put in the video. Now the shoe itself does have that Flint aesthetic. I've seen a couple of reviews already on Sniper Jones's channel. I think I saw one on Word Testers as well. And if you know me, you know how much I love the Jordan 13. Top 5 favorite Jordan silhouette, top 5 favorite shoe of all time. But I'm not sure how I feel about these, to be completely honest. I know they're not necessarily Flint related, but they're very close to my Flints, minus a couple of minute changes. And because my Flints are still in very much wearable condition, I just don't feel like I need these, and I don't feel like it's a shoe that I have to have for the personal collection. Just from a personal standpoint, I think I'm going to pass on these, but I do expect that this is a shoe that is probably going to be readily available for anyone who's after it. So I won't go crazy for it, because if you want it, especially if you're in Europe, I think this will be a pretty easy cop. So the next shoe is actually a shoe that we already covered in my top 10 sneakers for April, and that shoe is the Air Jordan 11 Low 72 and 10. Now this is again scheduled to be releasing in April, and for this one, this is an absolute must-cop shoe for me. I don't generally resonate too much towards the lows, but for me, the colorway is super clean. I mean, as we approach summer, you can't go wrong having a low in the collection. And I think at the minute, I do only have one Jordan 11 low in my current collection. In terms of the actual shoe itself, in terms of whether or not it's going to sell out, I'm not going to touch on all that kind of stuff. I kind of said all of that, all I really needed to say in my April review. So if you guys want to check that out, I will make sure to leave a link to it above in the cards if you want to watch it after this one. But I think it's a super clean colorway. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in it because of the fact that it is part of that 72 and 10 lineup. And I think it is probably one that might actually go a little bit under the radar, maybe because of some of the other releases that are releasing over that summer period. People seem to be a little bit more selective, so in my opinion, this one might go under the radar, but for me, I'm fully ready for it. I'm fully expecting it, and I do expect that you will be seeing a review of these Air Jordan 11 Low 72 and 10 on the channel at some point. When that will be, I have no clue. Now the next one is also a Jordan 11 Low, but this time it's for the ladies. This time it is the Air Jordan 11 Low in the lavender colorway. Now I don't mind these, absolutely not whatsoever, and I wasn't sure, to be honest, whether or not they said that they're going to be doing it in kids sizes as well. I probably could just go back and rewatch it because I do have a screen recording, but I just haven't. I'm not sure if they're doing kid sizes or if it's just women's, but if they did do kid sizes, I do think that this would be a really nice shoe for my daughter. Even for the missus, she doesn't tend to necessarily like these overly feminine colorways, you know, the pinks, the purples, the lavender in this case. So I'm not sure if she's feeling them, but for me, I think these are clean, the fire, and I think for summer, if you are looking for that everyday versatile shoe, again, this is one that you can't actually go wrong with. Would I pull it off personally? Probably not. I mean, there are certain women's colorways that I think I could get away with. Amamoniers, for example, and another shoe up in this list later on that is definitely a women's exclusive, but it's still a shoe that I want for my own personal collection. For this one, I think it's a relatively easy pass, but I do expect that this is a shoe that's going to be very readily available for everyone who wants a pair. So skipping forward from April into May, the very first shoe that we have is the Air Jordan 3 Neopolitan. Now this is the women's exclusive release that I was just touching on, and this for me is a shoe that I am 110% invested in. It is so clean, it is ridiculous how nice this shoe actually is. The pre-aged midsole, the hits of pink, the mainly white upper, the brown aspect to the elephant print. This shoe is by far one of the best shoes on this list. There's a couple of contenders for the best shoe in this summer pack, but I think this is definitely up there as a very strong contender. I spoke about the shoe with Sneaker Jossie as well. He wasn't quite sure if he could pull it off, given the fact that it is a women's exclusive release. There's some pink in there. I say,
shut up and take my money.
So the next one that we are taking a look at is quite a questionable one for me. Now the next shoe is the Air Jordan 5 SE Regal Pink. Now this is also scheduled to be releasing in May, and I'll be honest, I'm not really feeling it. I'm trying to keep this video a little bit light-hearted and you know quite positive, to be honest, because there's always a lot of negativity surrounding releases. I just don't really have much positives to say about this shoe, I'm going to be honest. I don't really like the colorway. There's nothing really about the shoe that's speaking to me, and it's not a shoe on a level that I feel like I've got to have. If you like this colorway, more power to you. I'm not saying that it's a bad shoe, nobody should get it, because I feel like there are people that have a different style to me and will be able to dress these correctly. I just don't see it as something that I could probably wear. I think if I did wear these, I'd feel a little bit silly, kind of like how I felt with the What the Fives that I got. I wanted them, I got them, and then I just felt ridiculous wearing them. And I feel like that kind of is the same feeling I would get with these. I don't think these are going to sell out, especially in Europe, maybe in the States, because everything seems to sell out over there. But we've seen things sitting a little bit more, and like I've already said, there are a lot of better releases on this list. So this one for me, I think probably will sit, but I don't really know what else to say, so let's just move on to the next one. So moving on to the next shoe up on our list, the very next one we are taking a look at is the Air Jordan 1 Retro High in the Grey Fog colorway. Now I'm not much of a Jordan 1 guy, but this shoe is straight fire. Everything about it looks really good. The quality of materials looks incredible. The colorway is clean, it's simple. In spring, in summer, if you're looking for a basic kick that's going to fit with a lot of outfits and you like the Jordan 1, this is definitely the shoe for you. I'm not necessarily saying it's a shoe for me, because like I say, I don't really like the Jordan 1. I never really wear them because of the fact that I just find them so uncomfortable. It kind of feels like it's one of those shoes that could be a sleeper, but also at the same time could just do instant sellout and have people going crazy and scrambling trying to get their hands on them. Resellers are going to be after them. It's a Jordan 1, always going to happen. But I think we've definitely seen a decline with the Jordan 1 in terms of hype and resale. Most recently, today even, we had the release of those Heritage 85s or Heritage 80, whatever it is. They're still sitting on Sneakers app in certain sizes, which we have not seen in such a long time. I'm not sure if people just aren't feeling that colorway, but Jordan 1s just seem to be getting a little bit played out. I'm not sure how you guys are feeling about it, so let me know that in the comment section down below. How are you feeling about these ones? For me, if I was into the Jordan 1, this would be an instant cop for me. But for me, I think I'm happy just to appreciate this one from afar. So moving on to the next shoe that we are going to take a look at. And unlike the last one, this for me is 110% unequivocally a must cop shoe for me. Next up, we've got the Air Jordan 4 in the military black colorway. And this is actually a fresh spin on the military blues. Can't remember the last time they released, but they are such a clean colorway. Now, I'm not exactly sure if I'm feeling these more than the military blues, and maybe it's just because of the fact that it is an upcoming release. Maybe I'm feeling them just a little bit more just because it's new, but I feel like this is such a clean colorway. It looks absolutely ridiculous in the pictures I've seen. Everything about this shoe screams premium. They were talking about how good the leather was on it. They could just be kind of overselling it. And that might be the case, don't shoot the messenger, but based on the pictures I've seen, this shoe just looks immense. The colorway, again, like a lot of the other shoes, very neutral, it's very tonal, and it's something you can easily dress up, dress down, and pretty much just wear with whatever, which is definitely something that I like. Don't get me wrong, as you can probably tell and kind of gauge from the background, I like my colourful kicks, but at the same time, it's always good to have that easy to rock shoe that you can just pull out and still look, you know, fly and flashy at the same time. But of everything in this list, I feel like this one will be the hardest for me to grab. The Jordan 4 goes crazy in the UK, all over Europe, all over the States, all over the world. Everybody loves the Jordan 4. But the hype that we had with the Jordan 1s seems to have drifted to the Jordan 4s. So I kind of feel like I'm going to take an L on these, and I really won't be paying resale for them. But if I can hit them at retail, I'm going to be ecstatic.
You're goddamn right.
So to close out May, we have an absolutely beautiful release once again. This time we have the Air Jordan 5 Green Bean, which is finally coming back to us. I will be honest, this is kind of an off-the-cuff video. I haven't done any research in terms of like the last releases, and to be honest, I just don't remember that far back, so I'm not sure the last time these released. If I remember rightly, I think it was 2013, but I could be wrong on that, so if I am, feel free to correct me in the comment section down below. But either way, this shoe, straight fire. As soon as they told me that the entire upper on the shoe has been done in all reflective material, I think for everybody that knows me that's watching this video and knows how much I love 3M, reflective shoes, glow-in-the-dark shoes, I was completely sold straight away. And this is a shoe that I have to have. It's as simple as that. I don't like to pay resale, and I don't like to say I have to have it, but I have to have this one. Simple. It's beautiful. It's clean. Everything about this shoe is a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm saying it early. I didn't want to give ratings, but it is what it is. This shoe is straight fire. The hints of green, the reflective upper, the fact it's a Jordan 5. It's game over. This shoe is absolutely fire to me, and I have to see it in the personal collection. So I know I've said throughout this video, hopefully you'll see it. Forget that. You will definitely be seeing a review of the Air Jordan 5 Green Beans on my channel. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it when this shoe does release. So moving on to the next shoe up on our list, which for me kind of feels like it's coming out of nowhere. The next shoe is the Air Jordan 8 in the Taxi Opti Yellow colorway, which is actually a women's exclusive release. Now, according to what I heard on the Sneakers app, this shoe in terms of the upper has been done in a mostly premium leather build. I kind of like this shoe a lot. I don't know if I do really like this shoe or not. I've never owned a pair of 8s, and I tell myself that I do want to do the 1 through 14. So there's still quite a few numbers that I actually need to tick off, and 8 being one of them. The fact it's a women's exclusive release though, I don't know if I want to get in on this one, because, you know, I don't want to get too many women's exclusives. You know, these are meant to be for the ladies to get, you know, the sneaker, you know, community to be a little bit more of an inclusive place. So I love to see that Jordan and Nike and a lot of other brands are actually bringing out a lot more specific releases for women. But this one, it's clean, it's simple, it's black, it's yellow. And I think everybody can appreciate this shoe for what it is. It looks straight fire. I do feel like I do need to see some on-feet pictures or maybe some close-ups to kind of really decide if this is a shoe for me. So I will be going for it when it does release in June, just so I can do a review, just so I can say I've had a pair of 8s at the very least. But I'm not sure if this is something I need for the personal collection. So just moving on to the next one. This time we have the Air Jordan 6 in the Uni Red colorway. Now this one's been something that I feel like a lot of people have been talking about for quite a while now, and I feel like a lot of the mock-up images seem to be really different to what we actually see now as the officially confirmed shoe. Now for me, I'm not sure how I feel about these. I love the Jordan 6, but it definitely seems like they're putting out a lot of Jordan 6s this year. Already, I think I can think of at least 3 or 4 different shoes that have released. So we've had like the Midnight Navy colorway, we've had the UNCs, we had the women's colorway, and now this one in quite quick succession. So I feel like it is a clean shoe. It's definitely a really great summertime shoe. That mostly white upper, the splashes of red in there. You know, it screams summer, and it is going to be one of those shoes that I think is going to look incredible on foot. And I feel like if you wore these with shorts, or if you wore them with like 3/4 pants, or even smart pants or trackies, I think it's going to go with a lot of different outfits. But is this a shoe that I've got to get? Probably not. I feel like I've got enough Jordan 6s in my collection that I kind of want to rock them throughout summer. So my Carmines, my UNCs, my Travis Scotts, and my Infrareds. I don't feel like I need much outside of that. So unless they bring back the maroons, I think I'm actually good for the Jordan 6 for a little bit of time now, but that's just me. Let me know how you guys are feeling about it in the comment section down below. Now, we are about to close out this video with the last couple of pairs, and unfortunately, this is probably the worst one on the entire list for me. Next up, we've got the Air Jordan 1 Visionaire in this high vis colorway.
Why?
I mean, I don't really know what I'm supposed to say about these. I feel like the aesthetics of it is weird, and they were talking about going a full high-vis vest or high-vis outfit for this one. I'm just not feeling it, and I feel like it's in that same category as the Vault Golds that released last year. I liked them at first, and then I got them in hand, and they were just trash. I'm going to be honest. My opinion of that shoe has just gotten worse and worse and worse, and it feels like it's just one of the worst Jordan 1 colorways I've seen in quite a while. This one, by far, takes the cake. This is the worst Jordan 1 I've seen in such a long time. Again, I'm going to repeat it. I do want to keep this video light and breezy and, you know, positive as the overall tone of the video. So again, if you like these, just ignore my opinion on it because it's just my opinion and it doesn't change whether or not this is actually a good shoe. I just feel like I wouldn't wear these. Absolutely not. I don't wear Jordan 1s though, so that's another thing to consider. But I just really don't like this shoe, and I'm trying to be positive. There just isn't very much to be positive about, to be completely honest. So
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
So to close out this video, we have an absolute banger. The very last shoe that we are taking a look at in today's video is the Air Jordan 3 in the Desert Elephant colorway. Now, I know there's kind of like a split opinion on these. People are saying that it's too close to the black cements and it's kind of just a little bit tacky or whatever you're saying about this one. But for me, this shoe is incredible. You know, seeing the elephant, the Jumpman, and then a Michael Jordan like silhouette, it's just incredible. The packaging looks incredible for this one. The shoe, if you don't have the black cements, you've got to get these. I already have the black cements, but still, got to get these. I'm not sure if I prefer these to the Neapolitans or not. I feel like I don't know. I don't even want to even get into that discussion. I feel like they're both really clean in different ways. Whereas I feel like the Neapolitan I'd probably wear more in summer. And I'd probably feel like this one being releasing towards what I would assume being the back end of June into July. Maybe it's a shoe you'd probably want to shelve until around autumn. You know, around this August and September months. This isn't a shoe I'd probably wear in summer too much, given the fact that it is a black shoe mostly. But I think the details are incredible. I think the colorway is fire. I definitely want to see it in hand. And I do think that this is definitely a shoe that I need to get for the personal collection. But with all that said, we've covered every single release that was shown in the Jordan preview. I want to get your guys' opinion on it because a lot of my takes on this might change over time. It is still relatively new information. At this point, we only saw the initial, you know, live, I think it was yesterday, so I haven't really spent too much time on this one. I just wanted to kind of do an off-the-cuff video, and then maybe later down the line when I get the shoe, maybe kind of look back at how I'm feeling here and see if it's the same when I actually do get the shoe in hand. And like I kind of touched on at the start of the video, this doesn't include your hype, so your Travis Scotts, your Off-Whites, your Unions, all that kind of good stuff. That still has to come as well. So I think we are in for a really good few months. I think some people are disappointed, but I'm quite surprised. I think there's a lot of really great shoes in this collection, and a lot of shoes that if I miss out on one, there's another fire release right the way around the corner. So with everything that I've said, I'd love to get your guys' opinion on that. Let me know which shoe you are looking forward to the most, which is the worst one in this collection, and also how do you rate the overall collection for summer against what we recently had for spring. Do let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, just like I always say, I want to say a huge thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you all again in the next one.